This tea is burning because of Alicia Keys. If you were expecting her to act like a devoted wife and allow her Swizz Beatz tune wild, you were mistaken. Alicia just ended the marriage, according to what is currently trending on social media. And the reason for this is Swizz's inability to remain faithful. Who is the fake and who is the phony now? Because I detest that kind of stuff, since rumors on the street claim that he did more than simply cheat. It's possible that he got his side girlfriend pregnant. Insiders now claim that Alicia is officially done, that she has a new imperial mindset, that the ring has been removed, and that she is prepared to leave that disaster behind. However, the supporters are genuinely shaken by this section. It doesn't seem like a one-night error. It appears that Swizz has been skulking around with this same woman for some time. Perhaps right in front of Alicia's nose. Furthermore, if the rumors are accurate, the pregnancy may have been the last straw in a marriage that had been steadily failing. Now, the same question is being asked by everyone. How were you able to perform the unimaginable? How long has Alicia been aware of it? And how profound is this betrayal really? Let's dissect this, everyone. This is burning, everyone. Our limit was just reached by Alicia. And based on what is currently leaking on social media, things are going to turn rather ugly because, according to people with knowledge of the matter, Alicia has definitely had enough of Swizz Beatz and is preparing to end the marriage permanently. Rumor has it that she has already engaged one of the most vicious celebrity divorce lawyers in Hollywood, and she is prepared to take him and make him even regret ever attempting to play her that way. But what happened, everyone? However, Swizz caught up with the woman he has been having affairs with behind the scenes, so this wasn't your typical TA controversy. And then comes the part that makes everyone gasp. According to reports, the woman is pregnant. That implies, everyone, that Swizz is about to become a father to a child with a non-wife. Furthermore, Alicia has decided to leave her position as stepmother to her husband's side chick's child. Alicia believed she could move without being noticed, but the streets were listening. Fans noticed something wasn't quite right when she was recently pictured in public. She wasn't merely passing. She was obviously attempting to conceal her face as though she didn't want to be noticed at all. Just that got everybody talking. However, the genuine tea fell at that point. Alicia wasn't only running errands, it turns out. It was soon disclosed by insiders that she had just left the office of her divorce lawyer. Fans now believe that she was attempting to conceal it because she didn't want Swizz to learn about it quite yet. According to the allegations, Alicia is now attempting to surprise him by hitting him with the papers. Swizz is going to discover the hard way that Alicia is not the right person to play with, everyone. Their marriage has now been shadowed by rumors for years. There are rumors of Swizz skulking around while side ladies appear with drama and stories simmering beneath the surface, discussing Za. However, Swizz vowed to be faithful to Alicia and Alicia alone each and every time he shut it off. And for some reason, he always left looking tidy. However, it's no longer just rumors. This isn't an unnamed woman posting statements online. A complete baby is reportedly on the way. Suddenly, it seems much more difficult to spin the story. It is impossible to cheat on a pregnancy test. Additionally, Felicia is allegedly pulling people in and planning her escape behind the scenes, which is why everything is blowing up at once. Indeed, Swizz may have finally messed up with one person who had always supported him. The crazy thing is that this isn't even a brand new tea. This has been hinted toter years by a number of blind items. One that was published back in 2021 essentially said, "Don't believe the hype." Even so, the rapper who loves the end of the alphabet is a cheater. He would never want public recognition for his infidelity and keeps it extremely discreet. He had to marry her after it had already occurred once. Tell me, though, it doesn't sound like Swizz to a teen the modern era. The fans are beginning to realize that science has always been there, and math is math. Another blind item revealed. Even more information, claiming that the new television job has kept this former A+ listy singer, Ho, is now on the -List, extremely busy. However, her spouse has been enjoying it and has been having an affair with this protege of his whom he believes will succeed. Alicia was doing the voice at the time, and Swizzy was out there coaching artists, but now that fans are connecting the dots, it doesn't sound so blind anymore. So, with a new Empire mindset, is Alicia prepared to pack up and move on with her life? Even though this situation is complicated, many people aren't exactly crying for Alicia because, let's be honest for a moment, she contributed to the creation of this identical circumstance. Twizzy was still very much a merry man when Alicia and he first started dating, as followers are happy to remind everyone on the internet. 4 months, the blogs were in a tangle, and Alicia was being criticized for her involvement with married men. You are aware of Nye's advice to married men to close your legs. However, it has now come full circle more than 10 years later, and supporters claim that she is simply receiving a dose of her own medicine. The way you gain them is how you lose them. And when it all began, he and singer Manda were still legally wed. Furthermore, Manda wasn't silent at the time. On social media, she accused Alicia of being unclean. After Alicia tweeted, "And love, is it better to go for the choice that is smart or for the choice that has spark?" the entire thing took off. Manda only required that. She responded with a full-fledged open letter, accusing Alicia of manipulating her partner while feigning a passionate love affair. That moment formally turned the public against Alicia at the time, and your admirers were shaken. However, Shondanda gave a forceful retort, claiming that she had actually gone woman to woman to inform Alicia that she and Swizzy were still married at the time. However, she said that Alicia didn't give a damn. According to Manda's now famous open letter, I made it very clear in the texts I sent her that, contrary to what she might be hearing, I am still married to my husband, live with him, and recently had a kid. 2 years have passed, and I still haven't heard back. What I do? Get are persistent acts of selfishness that worry my kid and me. Until I learned that she might have been having an affair with my husband, I trusted her. Both denied the affair until months later, when it was eventually acknowledged. She even acknowledged that she had begged Alicia personally to step aside so she could resolve her marriage, but Alicia refused. She said, "If I were your woman and you were my man, you know the role you played and how you contributed to the end of my marriage," Shondanda stated in the same letter. "You are aware that I requested you to take a back seat and allow me to deal with my family's issues, which you contributed to." To be honest, folks never truly forgot that moment. Therefore, Alicia is allegedly being subjected to the same kind of betrayal that she previously ignored. Many people are referring to it as pure karma. Furthermore, let Manda inform her that Alicia wasn't merely skulking around with Swizzy. It was she who pushed him to end his marriage completely. Things went from bad to worse when he eventually agreed to file for divorce because, in addition to reportedly aiding in the dissolution of the household, Alicia also allegedly attempted to pressure Swizzy into battling Manda Kassim Jr. for full custody of his kid. And that's what set the match ablaze. It escalated a precarious situation into a full-fledged conflict. Since the fallout lasted for years and the animosity between them quickly became ugly, fans haven't forgotten, to be honest. People are now referring to it as karma in real time, as it may be reoccurring. In any case, Manda ultimately decided to prioritize her son and requested a truce between Alicia, Swizzy, and herself, which they all accepted. However, according to insiders, Alicia wasn't quite ecstatic. And since the criticism was becoming too loud, she simply went along with it. The last thing she needed was more smoke, as she was already being pulled along as a homeworker. Therefore, even though there appeared to be peace on the surface, others claim that it was more about maintaining appearances than actually making reparations. However, they even appeared together at a few public events, such as the ABC interview I'll show you now. They discussed how to establish a strong co-parenting relationship and asserted that by prioritizing the children, they were able to set aside the drama. It all sounded ideal, as if 3 responsible adults had risen above the chaos for the benefit of the kids. Listen to it, everyone.
I I couldn't go see him at his dad's, and why can't his dad come over and see his bedroom at our house? It was really a wake-up call. Even if we don't want to for ourselves right now, we have to do it for him because he doesn't deserve
this. But at the end of the day going to end, and it was Manda, the one who got cheated on, who had stepped up and fixed the parenting situation because she didn't want her son caught in a crossfire. And while she was getting praised left and right for taking the high road, Alicia reportedly didn't like that one bit. And that's when she allegedly started doing damage control, pushing these polished PR campaigns to shift the narrative and paint herself as anything but the home wrecker people saw her as. But y'all know Miss Jaguar Wright wasn't about to let Alicia flip the script like that. She clapped back and said flat out that there was an affair and that it started while Alicia was actually living with Swizz and Manda. According to Jaguar, Alicia moved in under the excuse of working on music. But that wasn't the only thing she was working on. She's claiming that Alicia started messing with Swizzy right under Mishanda's roof. Y'all, here's the clip.
Forgetting when she moved into Swizz and them's house to work on the music with him, he was still married to his wife, living in that same house. And then she moved in while she was cool with the wife. It's plotting to steal her husband to cover up the fact.
So, yeah, it looks like Alicia got her.
Ooh.
And for a while, it looked like she escaped the karma. But here's the part that she seemed to forget. Swizzy had a long track record. Alicia wasn't the first woman he cheated on with, and she wasn't the second. She was just one he ended up marrying. So back in 2000, when Mashenda was pregnant with their first child, Swizz was already out here doing her dirty. He cheated on her with a woman named Nicole Levy. And making it worse, he got Nicole pregnant at the same time. Michigan was dealing with that betrayal while carrying his child, and the stress and the heartbreak reportedly caused some serious complications with her pregnancy. And tragically, their baby didn't make it and was stillborn. But Manda ended up forgiving him and they officially tied the knot in 2004. But here's where it gets messy. Remember how Alicia and Swizzy allegedly started seeing each other around 2007 or 2008? Well, turns out that he was also messing with another woman at the same time, and her name was Jana Sebastian. And yes, y'all, she ended up giving birth to his daughter, Nicole. So, Swizzy wasn't just cheating on, he was double-timing both women, and Alicia didn't seem to mind it. Now, here we are 17 years later, and Swizz still hasn't changed his ways, allegedly. Not only is he allegedly cheating again, but the word in the street says that he got a side chick pregnant, and not just newly pregnant, she's supposedly about to give birth any day now, which would make Swizz a father of 6 kids. Same man, same behavior, just a new baby on the way and a whole marriage hanging by a thread. And this, well, this was the final straw allegedly for Alicia. See, she might have turned a blind eye to the flirting, to the late-night studio sessions, and even the quiet little affairs, but a whole baby, that's never been a part of the deal. She's not about to play stepmom to some new baby from a sidekick, especially when the same thing is what blew up Squizzy's last marriage. And the irony, she was more than happy to play stepmom when she was the other woman. But now that the roles are reversed, she's not sticking around. Yep. So, there y'all have it. After years of rumors, drama, and heartbreak, the secret's out. Swizz Beatz didn't just cheat. Allegedly, he doubled down and knocked up his side chick. And Alicia, well, it looks like she might not be sticking around to clear up this mess. The divorce is about more than just betrayal. It's about reclaiming her power and shutting the door on her toxic past, even though she was a willing participant at first. But what happens next in this Swizzy saga? Do you think they'll do the unthinkable and make us look crazy? Was Swizzy going to try to fight back, or is this final curtain on their 15-year saga? But one thing's for sure, 2 things for certain. The story's far from over. And we'll be right there watching every twist and turn and every page of her diary.